I'm pretty sure you know this person. They walk up to you, straight to business, no warmth, no small talk, just task. They are not being mean, they are not being rude, they are just on. Every single word is work, every sentence has a purpose. Every interaction pretty much feels like a meeting that should have been an email. And somewhere around maybe minute 2, you start to feel it. Your energy is leaving your body, you're nodding, you're responding, but inside you're flatlining. I have a colleague like this. Pure business, no nonsense. My god, he's efficient as hell. And every conversation feels like I'm slowly being unplugged. He's not doing anything wrong. That's the weird part. But something inside me needs lightness, needs a joke, needs someone to be human for a second. And when I don't get this, I don't just get bored, I get completely drained. Hey, I'm Mihnea, and on this channel we explore how people work and not how they are supposed to work. And if certain people exhaust you without doing anything wrong, this is what's happening. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why some people drain you in seconds. You'll understand why it's not their fault and it's not yours either, and you'll know what you actually need to get your energy back. Here's what's actually happening. That person isn't being cold, they are not trying to make you miserable, they are just operating in a pure task mode. Input, output, next. For them, it's normal. This is how work gets done. There's no fluff, no filter, no wasted time. But you don't run on task mode. You need something else in there, a joke, a moment, a little chaos, something human. And when it's missing, you don't just get bored, you start to shut down. It's pretty much like trying to breathe in a room where there are no windows. Nothing is technically wrong, the air, it's fine, but there's something missing. That's what pure business feels like to you. Survivable, but somehow suffocating. And the longer you stay in, the more you flatline. This isn't weakness, this isn't unprofessional, it's wiring. Some people run on efficiency, you run on energy. And when no one gives you energy, you run out. Here is why this keeps happening. You and that person, you run on different kind of fuel. They recharge by getting things done, checking boxes and moving forward. The task is the reward. You recharge differently. You need play, you need some lightness, moments where nobody is being productive. To them, a pure business conversation is respectful, it's clean, and it's efficient. But to you, it's basically like hitting a wall. And here's the good thing. Neither of you is wrong. They are not being cold and you're not being childish. You just run on completely different energy systems. The problem is when you expect them to fuel you or they expect you to run on their fuel. That's where the drain happens. They think they are being professional and you think that you're being suffocated. They think you're distracted and you think they are basically a robot. It's the same conversation, completely different experiences. That's the mismatch. So what do you do with this information? First, stop apologizing for needing some lightness. You're not unprofessional, you're not immature, and you're not bad at your job. You just have a different kind of fuel tank, and in order to fill this fuel tank, you need play to keep it running and keep pouring in. That's not weakness that you have to fix. That's a need that you need to feed. Here's what I've learned in my own experience. Find your people, the ones who match your energy, the ones who can joke back, and protect those relationships at all costs. Inject your own energy when you can. Sometimes you won't get back lightness from them, so bring it up yourself, not to change them, but just to survive the interaction, and accept that some of the conversation will actually cost you. And that colleague who drains you, you're not going to fix them, just limit exposures when you can and recover after when you cannot. If you're on the other side, if you're the efficient one and people around you seem to check out when you talk with them, here's what they might need from you. One human moment before you actually get to business. Maybe do one joke or just ask them, how was your weekend? One moment when you're a person and not a task manager. It takes 5 seconds. And for some people, that's the difference between getting them engaged or making them flatline. You don't have to become a comedian. Just crack a window before you start the meeting and let some air in. So do you remember that feeling when someone walks up to you, just pure business, no warmth, and 2 minutes in you're nodding but nobody's home. Now you know why. You run on a different kind of fuel. You need lightness to function, some play, maybe a little bit of chaos. And when you don't get it, you start to flatline. That's not unprofessional, and that's actually your wiring. Please stop apologizing for it. Find your people, and when you cannot escape the task robots, bring some air of your own. Now, here's the thing. Some people run on lightness, some people need space, some people need decisions, but here's one type we haven't covered. These people don't need any of that. They need to know you respect what they believe in, their values, their principle, and their code. And if you get that wrong, oh boy, they won't just check out, they will completely shut down. That's the last video in this series. I'll see you there. Bye.